essentially get like the storm went through one pass and it was shut down for like hours and hours and hours. And we're back. We're here. Welcome to 2025. Woohoo! Hopefully you had a fantastical Christmas and happy New Year's.
Yeah.
We definitely did. Just stayed around the house.
It was
Just
so nice.
hung out and played games and watched movies.
Yeah.
It was great. Very low key, very awesome. Just having fams over and playing games.
Yeah, I got a new game that I love. We'll have to show you later.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So fun.
It is very fantastic. It's quite aesthetically pleasing to the wifey, and
It's so calm. You're competitive because someone's gonna win, but like it's such a chill game. I just like it so much.
It's chill for you. I'm over there like, gotta win, but you know that's how it goes, right? So, yeah, a very cool game. We'll definitely bring it on so that once we figure out a different a camera angle,
How to show you.
so we could show
Without being like, here you go. Here you go.
Right. We want to be able to show you exactly how it looks and everything because it is quite an in-depth game, but a fun game.
Yeah.
Right. Thank goodness for the YouTubes, for sure, because otherwise we'd have been hours trying to figure out how to play that silly game, right? But
It's such a good game. But we did watch a YouTube tutorial.
No, we watched like 3 or 4.
Oh,
while we were trying to figure it out
for
at
different
the same
things.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
But super fun.
Yeah, I like it so much. We played it like every night for the first.
We played it quite a few
10 days after Christmas.
Quite a few nights. So
I'm itching to play again soon.
You're what? Play? Itching
to play again.
I was like, so you said what now? No,
itching.
Okay. I thought we were gonna have to hit a bleep button or something.
What? Oh, itching. Itching. I want to play again.
You're scratching, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, it'll be fun to play it again.
Yeah.
But first, I need to know what's in your cup.
Oh my gosh! Look, we started a new thing. What are we drinking? And this is my cup from Allison.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yeah, this is from Allison, my sister-in-law. She made show yours too. Just show it real quick.
Yeah, want me?
Look how cute it is. Okay, put it down. They have but you can say it in a second.
She made, put it up. Put it down.
I don't want her to see. I want people to say that we both have mine. Allison hosted Christmas, and she made all of these cups for us. Oh yeah, it makes sound. Shh. It has my name on it. And it's Charlie Brown Christmas. We all got one with our favorite Christmas. I almost said Carol. Nope. Christmas movie. So mine's Charlie Brown Christmas. Well, that and Ernest Saves Christmas. But I like Charlie Brown Christmas just a little bit more. But I also really love Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yeah.
I love the Ernest movies.
Makes sense why you picked me and Charlie Brown and Ernest.
That's funny. Anyway, so Christopher's is the National Lampoon one Christmas.
Absolutely. Vacation. And she put a saying on here. It's a beaut, Clark.
Yeah.
So
They're
very
so
fun.
Cute.
Very cool idea. She is quite the artistic one.
Yeah. Anyway, this is my cup. And in it is a maple diamond Italian soda.
You put diamonds in it?
Mm.
Shine bright like a diamond.
It's a syrup flavor. It's like the syrup flavor of the century for Torani and every purchase
of the century. Man, they're putting a lot of weight on that syrup. Man, hopefully it lives up. Is it like
a
Anxietus?
I don't
In
think so.
the cabinet there, is it like, am I going to be the best of the century?
No,
What's
it
going to
knows
go on?
it
Oh my
knows it's the
goodness!
best.
Oh, it knows it.
It knows it. It's like vanilla and they say champagne, but it just tastes like vanilla, like a different flavor vanilla. And then I had
Like vanilla
some maple
champagne,
creamer that I put in there. You are having, what did you say?
like a vanilla champagne.
Yeah,
You
very much
said
similar,
like
similar
you
to
said
that.
it's like a different vanilla flavor. I'm like,
Yeah.
vanilla champagne.
Yeah, precisely that. Like, spot on. You have a blackberry lemonade spritzer
Ooh.
with sugar-free watermelon syrup.
Ooh, that sounds delish. Let me taste it.
See
Let me
if
be
you
a
like
judge.
it. And
Yum.
yeah,
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you for my lovely drink.
you're so welcome. Any hoot, that's what we're drinking.
That's what we're having. Very,
Delish.
very delish for sure.
Yeah.
And in a great vessel as well.
In a great vessel as well.
So
It's very true.
we have been kind of absent over the last little bit. It's gotten really busy, really busy.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening. Well, in the holidays, right? It's a busy couple months for sure. But also, I got a not random. I got a quick phone call.
I mean, out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue.
Unless you're colorblind and it's out of the purple. Anyway.
Potentially.
That said, hey Dad, come get me. So
She said, I am ready to move now.
So the daughter had already planned to move out in about February, but then it got accelerated quite a bit for
so
November.
Yeah.
And so we made it happen, Captain.
Yeah.
And my brother-in-law and I jumped on an aeroplane and flew over to the state, I don't know, great state, but a state
It's a flat one.
of Indianers.
Middly bit.
Yeah, it is definitely a middly bit.
In the middly part.
Imagine that they modeled a show called The Middle after it. Weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we flew over, got in our car, and drove back to Washington, which is the first time that I have ever driven that drive. That I've drove that drive. However you say it.
Cross country.
Yeah. But not completely cross country. So it's kind of weird for me to say, oh, I drove cross country. Not really.
It was like a cross country trip.
I didn't start on the coast and end on a coast.
Mid cross, half across country.
I mean, I have been on that coast, but it wasn't in this trip.
Yeah.
Was I on that coast?
Country.
It was more like 3/4. Come on, don't cut it off too short.
You went on a cross country adventure.
I did.
Yes.
And it was cool to see some flat and brown of the middle of the U.S., which is a lot of what is in the middle of the U.S.
Especially November.
But I got to see some cool things, experience some cool things, almost die a few times, Like it was an all around like road trip.
It was. Lots of activity.
Yeah.
Lots of interaction with people. Oh, they went and got to see my aunt.
I did get to see your aunt.
Saw my aunt.
And that was a fantastic visit. Lots of laughter and just talking and having fun. It was a great visit.
And you saw.
I was on a mission, so the stop. Fantastic visit, but I was like, okay, we got to go. But any hoozles.
What else did you see?
Lots of flat land.
That is true.
It was interesting. So November, and you already heard that we went to Wisconsin. So if you don't know, Indiana is pretty north, not like north, but pretty north, and Washington is north, right? Yeah. And we did not go down, go across, and then up, right? But instead, we just kind of like went along the top of the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And what month did I say that I did this in?
November.
November. The end of November, no less.
Mhm.
What happens in the end of November in the north? Weather. Weather happens.
No.
Weather happens.
Wind.
So when we got into the great state of Minnesota, it was raining cats and dogs, which was fantastic, right? Lots of rain. However, we talked about how much flat and brown we saw.
Yeah.
Knowing that the end of the trip was going to end in Washington, there's a few mountain passes going through the Rockies that you got to get through
That is true.
to get home.
That is
Which
true.
means you need tire chains or tire cables.
Yeah.
However, being from the great state of Indiana, I said it there. Anyway, she did not have chains or cables. And then all through Minnesota, we're trying to find chains and cables. Come to find out, we went to a few different stores and like, oh no, we don't have those. We might try this store. So we go over to that store. Oh no, we don't have those. Those are actually illegal to have on the road. So the only size that we have is for like lawnmower tires. And I'm like, oh, fantastic. So we quit looking in that state.
Yeah.
And luckily, the sister-in-law got on the old O'Reilly's and ordered us up some, and we picked some up in South Dakota. But yeah.
What else
So-
is in South Dakota?
Lots of things. The first thing that I saw was darkness because we got there at the nights.
At the nighttime.
And right after we got past, I believe it was Sioux Falls, which is in the very far east part of the state. We were trying to get to a hotel for our first night, and we're driving down the interstate, and all of a sudden it says detour. Obviously, they're doing road work, right?
Okay.
And, no biggies, right? But we get off the freeway, and it directs us down to the side a little bit, and we're like, okay, we're tooling, and it says turn this way. We turn that way, and it is pitch black in the middle of nowhere, South Dakota. And this is still part of the state that's pretty flat,
Right.
right? But there's a little bit of hills and whatnot, and we're going down this road. Mind you, we were on the freeway,
Yeah.
right? Very nice paved road, freeway.
Yeah.
They shove us down this frontage road.
Yeah.
What do you think it was made of?
Normal fringe road material.
Like
Pavement, asphalt, like a normal.
it
road
was.
that probably has.
It was deconstructed asphalt called gravel. Like super divvy
detour
grooved. Yeah. It's super divvy grooved road that was really like a back farm road, for lack of better terminology, and it had been raining, so it was soggy, it was wet. And
How did you know where you were going?
by Braille. We're driving by Braille.
Like, were there road lines and markers and stuff?
Have you been on a gravel road in the country? No. There was
Like, there wasn't
a detour
any?
sign that said go that way, and we went that way.
And you just kept driving, going, well, I hope this is
Well,
it.
we could kind of see the freeway over off to the side, and we were going along the side of it.
So you were hoping that
I was like,
you wouldn't
eventually
be
we're
run
going
to
to,
your death.
yeah, because it was pitch black, and we were like the one car out there.
Oh, so it wasn't like a line of cars, like all just
No,
going along the freeway.
no, you're middle of nowhere, South Dakota, in the middle of the night.
But on I-90 or whatever, right? So, like, I would assume
Yeah.
other vehicles.
Yes, there's not much out there. It's not a city. People
Yeah.
sleep in the country.
Maybe people drive on I-90 in the
Yes,
middle of the night, yeah. Truckers
but
and
very,
stuff.
very irregularly.
Oh.
Once you get into the middle of the U.S.
I
with
I
a
was
lot
thinking,
less
like,
population.
truckers and just somebody
Uh-huh.
out and about.
I would have hated to have been a trucker and go down this road, because not only was it super grooved and wet and soggy, it was so rough that it was like washboard. So we're just
Oh, that's
all
like how you
the.
find out if all your bolts are tightened.
I tell you what, there might have been a few extra squeaks and a little bit of rattles coming off of that in the old daughter's car. But
Oh,
we made
man.
it through it, got to the other side, and luckily it was like only one exit worth
Uh-huh.
between
Yeah.
the detour off and on. But yeah, they were doing some kind of resurfacing, like completely redoing the road. So they just shoved everybody off the road.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. I was a little scared, but
This sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Honestly.
it definitely was like super dark road. Like you're the only lights anywhere, you know.
I would be even more scared if a car showed up behind me.
Well, there was one a little bit of ways after a while.
I'd be
Like,
like,
it turned on and like,
they're
interesting.
following. They're following.
right. Well, luckily there were cops like on the freeway directing traffic off the freeway, even though they had signs. So it's not like it was some like random sign just placed
So it wasn't
placed
just
up.
a sign. There were like humans there. They're like, you got to go this way.
Mhm.
Go this way. Oh, okay.
Well, it was so
This
cold
sounds
they
a little
weren't
bit
standing
more-
out there. They just had their lights on.
Oh, so they were saying, okay.
They were saying, "Hey, pay attention,"
Hey, okay.
because it's like super dark and flat, straight road. Pay
Yeah.
attention,
Yeah, okay.
right?
That gives it a little bit more.
Still a little unnerving though,
Well, yeah. 'Cause-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, got a cool hotel, you know, because we had a dog. We had to find a hotel that would let us have the dog on the insides and all that. So next day, I get up, I start beating feet, and I found that in South Dakota, they are in no shortage of advertisement money
For
one
The
specific
mountain?
place, not Rushmore. It's one specific place, and evidently it's pretty popular. And even your mother has a cup from said place. Sounds like Walgreens,
Walgreens.
but different. Same kind of store, but different.
Walmart.
Drug.
Is in South Dakota?
It's in South Dakota.
I don't know where I thought Wall Drug was, but I didn't think South Dakota.
Yeah. So,
Is it like a big thing? Like
I don't know. We didn't actually go see it. I was on a mission. I was trying to get home because it was an emergency trip, like take off work, fly, and drive.
yeah.
But
Is it like
it's
why
a
is it
tourist
popular?
trap.
Like butt drug?
I don't know for sure. It's a tourist trap. They had all of the signs that say, "Hey, you're X amount of miles away from Wall Drug.
They didn't have like
Hey, stop at Wall Drug."
souvenirs, boy in jar, and biggest ball of twine
It wasn't.
at Wall Drug.
It wasn't. There was no biggest ball of twine, but there was. They were advertising things at Wall Drug for sure.
But just like souvenir thing, like normal things or things.
I
they're known
think so. I think
Oh.
so. But because not all of their signs were saying, "Hey, we have this thing here, come buy it." It was also like antique fire trucks out in the middle of a field that said Wall Drug on it, and old airplanes, and billboards, and
marketing money.
oh yeah, like it was a lot.
Do you
And
think
it
they
started
make that back?
basically when we went across the state line in South Dakota. And it was all the way on the other side of South Dakota.
So state line to state line.
And it was like
That is
every 5 to 10 miles, it seemed like there was another sign. It was a lot.
dang.
So,
We're gonna have to look them up. I wonder why they're so like.
It could be one of those things that caught fire and was popular, and then they just kind of rode the thing. And maybe there's some historical significance to it, or something or other. Maybe it was like one of the first drugstores. I don't know, but
Along the Oregon Trail.
we didn't stop at that. We did, however, stop at the old Rushmore, which was cool. It was the first time I'd ever seen it. Because again, I had never driven this way in the U.S. before, so that was really cool. And it was so cool that it was cold, like 30 degrees and like 60-mile-an-hour winds.
Right.
So the plus side of that was that it was us and about 15 other people there.
That's good for photos.
Yeah, super good for photos. Completely empty, and it was a clear day, right? So photos can't tell wind. I mean, really. So it was awesome. It was nice to like go and see that thing without, being elbow to elbow with other people.
We'll have to go back. I hear that the night show.
Yeah, I heard the laser show would be awesome, really nice, that they project up onto it. And we were standing there.
The chief statue.
Oh, yeah.
On the other side.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to see.
Well, and we were standing there doing the, because I'm freezing, right? And I'm like, I'm not staying for the light show tonight.
Right?
Because it would be even colder. Oh my goodness, it would have been.
I couldn't imagine. In the winter.
Yeah, and it was hilarious. So, like, it's pretty hilly going up to get to Mount Rushmore, because it's where you're in the like foothills and stuff. And I don't know if you ever remember seeing, but back in the late 70s, early 80s, Toyota had RVs, and they were very tiny RVs, and they were the size of like it was on their truck chassis, so same size, like little tiny 4-cylinder truck chassis with this big camper shell essentially on the back of it. there was a little Toyota truck just chugging along in this wind, like going up this hill to go to Rushmore. Yeah, he was going nowhere fast, but he was getting there.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Hopefully he was retired, because man, it was going to take him a year to get up that hill.
He had nowhere quick to be.
Yeah, for sure. However, on the way to Rushmore, the winds were really starting to pick up, and with it being twisty and turny going through the foothills to get back to Rushmore, it's coming down a hill, and next thing I know, big wind. It felt like it picked up the car and directed me straight towards the ravine.
Oh no.
Like, we about went off. Like, I puckered a little bit on that one. I
don't like the sound of that. That's gross. But I don't like the sound of you guys almost dying.
Yeah. It made me go, ooh. But we made it.
Yeah.
So it was okay. Now, after we get out of seeing Rushmore, a little couple, like, hour and a half detour.
Yeah.
Get back on the road.
That's not bad, though.
Yeah. Went through Sturgis. That was like, oh, that's cool. Nobody was there, right? Because it was the middle of winter. But saw it from the freeway. The same way we've seen Vegas. We've seen the strip from the freeway as we zoom by.
Yeah.
Right. And then instead of like going just straight up and into Montana, we were seeing some reports of weather kind of getting pretty craptacular. So we decided that we would bounce down into, there's a spot where it jets down into Wyoming just for like the corner of Wyoming, and then back up into Montana.
Yeah.
So we decided to go that way, which was cool. Never saw Wyoming before, see another new state. Still, like this was rolling brown, like Rolling Hills brown. So it wasn't flat brown anymore. It was Rolling Hills brown, which was kind of cool. And the wind was a howling. And just
let it do in Wyoming.
Yeah. It was blowing all over the place. But I was told it was better to go further north instead of going 80 because 80 is even worse because it's even flatter. So we went that way, which was fine. We're tooling along, doing the thing, being blown here and there, and just keep going. As it gets towards nightfall, roads start getting a little hairier.
Sure.
Just because it's colder, it's getting night.
Darker.
Yes. And also, they had snow.
Oh, sure.
They had snow.
Fresh snow?
No, not fresh. At some time.
Oh.
They had snow. So it was packed. Also black ice.
Yeah.
Also black ice. And you're in the rolling foothills. So super fun. It's great that you were not there. It was also great that the daughter was, I think, sleeping.
Probably for the best.
It was for the best. Because as we're tooling along this thing, and it's a little hairy, we're doing, and it wasn't like terrible. It was just, so we're going a little slower or whatever. And, as you're going through these foothills and stuff, you have mountains on either side of you, really, and you can't really see like that far ahead of you. Plus it's night, plus it's in the middle of nowhere, so it's pretty daggum dark. And so I'm coming around this corner, and it says emergency site ahead. I'm like, did I say emergency site ahead? And my brother-in-law said, no, it said something like not something as severe. I'm like, okay. Excuse me. Coming around this corner, next thing I know, I see the back end of a semi with raspberries and blueberries going wee 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 everywhere because
the semi had red and blue lights?
No, but the cop cars did.
Oh, it's like, how'd they get those?
But the semi had actually slid off the side of the road into the ditch and like T-boned and pegged the end of a guardrail, and the trailer was still half in the right lane.
Oh no!
And we're on a pretty steep grade.
Was it sliding?
Was the
truck
semi still sliding? No, he was.
It was wedged.
Oh yeah, no, he was.
So
he was stopped.
Stuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
He was stopped.
Was there a wrecker to pull it out?
I'm sure there was one coming.
Oh no!
Remember, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no!
So, it was they had this, temporary pop-up sign. They had flares. They had their lights going because it was super dark coming around that corner. And you're like, oh, gotta get over. And mind you, this is also a pretty steep grade. And what did I just say? Snow and black ice.
Yeah.
So we're on a pretty steep grade, snow and black ice. You just see the fact that this guy had freaking pegged this guardrail. So you're going down the road and you're driving, right? You're kind of like going down the road. But what do you not do on ice on a hill?
Brake.
You don't hit the brake. So you're just letting gravity do gravity things and pull you down this hill.
What if you go too fast?
And you're just shimmying down this hill. Next thing you know, the back end starts to walk side to side as you're going down this hill, and you're just. Hey, we got to the bottom. We got to go back up the other side, right? So
I don't like that.
That was the second time of almost dying on this trip because it was pretty sketch coming down that hill.
I mean, you guys, when you got home, kind of told me about some of this stuff. But not all of it.
Well, I changed the story to protect the innocent.
Yeah. Maybe next time you cross country, we do it in the warm time.
Well, ideally, yes. But I think then was better than doing it in February.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Plus,
although I would have allowed myself more time.
Yeah.
So.
But I'm glad we got her sooner.
Yeah, for sure. And then, after all that, spent another night in a hotel in Montana, and then we had couple more mountain passes to go through,
Mhm.
which was fantastic because they were having snowstorms in said mountain passes.
The whole of like Pacific Northwest.
Yep. So, and luckily though,
Not us
because
down here.
because we stopped, we were able to go ahead and essentially get like the storm went through one pass and it was shut down for like hours and hours and hours, basically while we were sleeping. And we caught the storm. It probably had lost a little bit of steam, but we caught it in the middle pass, which there was still a lot of snow, right? And when we were getting gas in the middle of the pass, luckily they were not very proud of their gas, so that it wasn't like gouge pricing. But it was pretty big, like silver dollar size flakes. Like it was big. And like packing snow. Right. Yeah.
It's so fun to like play in, but not so great for
driving down a mountain.
Driving down a mountain.
But it was cool
can be
going through
soft and slickery.
Deception Pass because it's like the tallest pass in the U.S., like 6,500 feet.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then 4th of July Pass was definitely a little bit more hairy. That's where we got the snow, like actual actively snowing.
Yeah.
Plus it had been snowing, so we were kind of like pushing snow a little bit on when we stopped to get gas. And yeah.
That doesn't make it very fast.
What do you mean? I was doing like 55. Going down the hills? No, not pushing the snow.
Just on the exit.
Yeah, just when we exited and like down in the little town. Right.
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
When we got gas and then, but there was still snow all over the freeway in the pass.
Yeah.
Like they hadn't gotten out and cleaned it up yet.
Oh, dang.
So yeah, we would definitely slip sliding around and definitely learning the art of the slide.
Yeah. That makes me nervous. But yeah.
But hey, we're here.
You're here.
We're alive.
You guys got home earlier than anticipated.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah. On that last day, I was definitely tired of being in the car, so I definitely said, everybody, there is going to be at least 200 miles between stops. We're going. So, yeah, we made fantastic time that last day for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we made it home, and brother-in-law tried to tease his wife a little bit by being at home, sitting on the couch when she walked in the door and said, "Hey, where you been?" And she's like, "I've been at the store." Like, completely ruined his joke, but you know, whatever.
We had been tracking you guys all day, talking about it back and forth.
A bunch of stalkers.
Oh my gosh, they're already here. Oh wow, look, they're already here. They must not have stopped for dinner. Or must not have stopped for lunch. Oh, they're already at this point. So we were tracking you home.
Yeah, we were home before dinner.
You were like, we're having snacks and we were eating. Yeah, you were definitely home. I was like, oh, I'm going to start cooking now.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a fun time, fun trip. But, yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with us.
Yeah.
So, if you like stories like these of
or
crazy
other things,
crazy
convos,
driving trips across the U.S. or random babblings of things that we find interesting, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you don't, go ahead and subscribe. See more of us.
Yeah, why don't you just take a second taste?
Yeah, it's free.
That's okay. Just try it again. The next time.
First taste is a little jarring, right? Take a second taste. Make sure if you do or don't.
Maybe
right?
It's like durian.
Are you telling me I'm stinky feet?
No, I'm saying some people really, really love durian.
Some people really do love durian, and some people don't.
Love durian.
Yeah.
Everybody loves durian.
Everybody loves it.
Any hoot.
See
you later.
Well, talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.